morning, spring day, beautiful weather. Heading off to work on the Bonnie, and this could well be the last ride I do on the Bonnie. Well, no, it won't be the last ride because I've got to come home tonight and then I've got to head south on it tomorrow. But apparently the weather tomorrow is going to be crap. So it's going to be a wet ride, the last ride. It would seem on the beautiful Bonnie is going to be a very wet one, which will help to hide my tears, because I will be sorry to see her go. But sometimes there's a means to an end, right? Well, it seems to be a bit incongruous to have players, jersey, etc. on a beautiful day like this, and it's going to be quite warm today. However, I will be riding home tonight in the dark and it'll be a little bit cooler. And this is the point where you find that you haven't got your key, but fooled you, I have. As I say, it'll be a shame to see her go. Brand new tyres on her. She's done about 9,000 kilometres. Don't know what that is in old money. Not many. Only just run in. Beautiful bike. Here we go, bro. I can see way up the road. I knew there was nothing coming. Don't shoot me. And well, you may ask, why is this one of the last rides on the Bonnie? If I like it so much, why am I getting rid of it? If I could, financially, I would keep it, for sure. It's a beautiful bike to ride. But I've fallen in love again. And my lover is waiting for me. Oh, you sick puppy. That's just too weird, isn't it? Falling in love with a motorbike. If you know why we ride, you know. If you don't know, you probably never will. So people often do those videos about 10 things I like about my bike and the 10 things I hate about my bike. And I don't think I've done that before, but there are a few things that I like about this bike. One of them, funnily enough, is the position of the dip switch, which is at the front of this instrument cluster over here. What do you call it? It's a little toggle switch over there, and you can just hit it with your easy peasy. Just delightful. I really like that. The other thing, speaking of the high beam and all that, is the light. Very good. Headlight is beautiful. Very nice. Full beam gives a good spread, and I like it. I really like that this bike has got cruise control. That was one of the selling factors for me. I wanted a bike with cruise control. The main thing I like about cruise control, it stops you from inadvertently speeding. Yep, it certainly does that for me. There you go. And let go of the throttle, and it's just get at that speed. It's all or nothing. You either have it on or you turn it off. So you can turn it off by touching the brakes. Then if you do that, you've got engine braking as well, so I don't usually do that. You can push the button, or you can increase the throttle by some degree, and then it'll turn itself off. And then you've got control over the engine speed, engine braking. So, you know, it's handy. It's got a clock that I can read on here. It's got a gear shift indicator, and I'm in 5th gear at the moment, so we better get into top and save some gas. Claim to be able to get up to 60 miles per gallon. I still think in old terms as far as the fuel economy goes. The fuel gauge is the bar thing over there. It's got a range to empty, which has proven to be fairly accurate on this thing. Right, what else? This one hasn't got an ambient temperature gauge, which is here nor there, eh? But I find that quite handy, interesting to know what the temperature is at any given time. At the moment, this one is showing, probably can't see it on there, but it's showing the service spanner, and that's because when I bought it from NV Motorcycles, they set it up to come on at 8,000 kilometres because the recommended service interval is 16,000 kilometres, and so Nick said that he doesn't agree with that. He thinks it should have an oil change and filter change before that, and I agreed, so we left it at that, and I changed the oil and filter at 8,000 k's, so she's all good, but it needs the dealer to reset that service thing. Modern gadgets and gadgets. I thought we'd take a ride past the city centre. While I'm doing that, I'll try and think of some other things that I like about this bike, because what's not to like? It's a lovely, lovely bike. I like the position of all the controls here. Yeah, very good. Oh, the clutch. The clutch is feather light. It is extremely, extremely light. Something fancy dancy about down below. But up the top here is just your standard clutch with a cable. Throttle, just ride by wire, you know. I think I've got about 5 minutes before I am due to be at work, so I might have dawdled a bit today. Putting off the inevitable, reluctant to say goodbye to Bonnie. Did I just give my bike a name? I've never done that before. Reluctant to say goodbye to the Bonnie. Handling, excellent. I mean, I'm no boy racer. Occasionally I can clip it along. I've often had comments about, geez, you use all your tyres, don't you? And yeah, we buy these things to use, not to look at. Surely. But this thing handles lovely. Lovely, lovely. So I think that'll be my train there. Waiting to go south. And here we are. Home again. Alright, hope she didn't get too dirty. So I ain't going to wash it again.
Goodbye.
Well, 10.5 hours later, heading home now. So this is now going to be the second to last ride on the Bonnie. Tomorrow will be the last one. Thought I'd turn the camera on because there's a whole lot of bonfires going on over there, and that's the foreshore, and it's covered with trash, like forestry trash from the cyclone, washing down the rivers and out to sea, and then got washed up on the foreshore. I was talking earlier about things that I really like about this bike, wasn't I? And just trying to think, is there anything I don't like? Did I mention anything back then? Can't think of anything I don't like about this bike, so we'll just carry on heading home. Right, we're out of town now, and headlights on dim. I'll put it on the full, and there she be. So who knows what the camera's going to pick up, but I find the nice little high beam indicator light on the dash is not at all intrusive, unlike another bike I could mention. Next morning, 5 AM, definitely the last ride coming up, and so far the weather doesn't look too shitty, but I am dressing accordingly. Lots of layers.
hopefully not below freezing cold. Yep, see you on the road.
Well, looks like a pretty nice sunset about to happen. Well, it's just on 6 o'clock in the morning. And gosh, this is a beautiful bike. Why would I make this the last ride on it? We shall see.
Well, here we are. I thought I was going to be riding solo, but it appears I'm not the only mad bastard around. Trevor on his KTM, Max on his beautiful Yamaha. Tony.
Oh, right, Marty, you're going somewhere.
Where are we going, mate?
Where you going?
I was just saying I thought I was the only mad bastard around here.
Where you are? We're only getting home.
Yeah, they're just going to turn around and go home now.
Yeah.
Look at that, beautiful bike. Yeah, so take off in a few minutes, head north and into the rain. Silly bastards.
I think I've got too many layers on. I'm hot as hell.
Sweating. But it is colder over there.
Yeah. Alright, no microphone, so put a voiceover or something. Murray's turned up on a beautiful 850.
So before leaving Bayview, I sealed up the camera because we knew we were going to be riding through some very wet rain. And from Bayview, we took a ride up through the Esk Valley, which is the start of the Napier-Taupo Road. And the Esk Valley was one of the areas most badly hit by the cyclone back in February. And going up there is a very sobering sight indeed.
Filled up by a bloody train. Meters away from our destination. Calling flat deck wagons. That's what you call hauling yacht fuel. Just a lot of wind. Alright, let's go, bro. So we bring her back from whence she came.